Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. CD, you look at the Steelers in this matchup. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise. Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. It seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that, what coaches call 1-2. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers. So that's Kenny Pickett. And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it? Get the W. Get the W. They did that last week. Right, got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes. But got to eliminate those mistakes. Got to take care of that because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you? I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus? They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Pickett now on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Steelers had 10-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row. And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. To throw again on second down. Pickett. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding. No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore. And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there. Yeah, we talk about complimentary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that.
defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
From the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And the Steelers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw, Pickett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Second and goal from the 1. Pickett sets up play action. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Still first down.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
On second down, this is Harris. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And some space here. Another truck. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on third down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Loss of 3 brings up 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Quintez Cephas. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Fryermuth, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On first down, it's Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Watson now to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are back within a score. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go again here with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because is this a real teamwork play? Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Pickett will look to throw it here. Pickens on the slant. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Pickett right back to the air again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Boswell's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Off play action, Pickett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down at 4. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. I'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Rolling to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Looking to throw. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cleveland off.
Thought for sure that we're going to be a pick. Nice drive.
Coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Up to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Watson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Pickett sets up play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They hand this off to Harris. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is Harris. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Gets this out wide to Pickett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Browns drive about to get started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you, now you take care of us.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. With it is Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Now Pickett. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Pickett now from the gun here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 92 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. And again, it's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by a Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's good for us, Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air on first down with Pickett. They'll roll him out right. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First down, and they go back to Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers have taken a fourth quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 11, a minute 6 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Watson. Connects with Peoples-Jones. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Watson's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Watson. Got a man. That's Lazard. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Watson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now a first down throw, Watson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The penalty is declined.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they finish above 500 for the year. The final tally 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.